Hey guys, I'm back with another video on Orcs Must Die, and I'm going to be using Black Paw to solo this Apprentice map called Unchained Fortress. So let's jump right into it. Now this map has a lot of spots for Guardians. Do not be distracted by them because there are literally 6 spots for Guardians, and that can get very expensive very quickly. So we're going to pick and choose wisely where we're going to put Guardians, and that's mainly going to be at the spots that we are fighting at. And I know you might feel a little concerned about the rifts in the back, but honestly, if you handle things well, you won't need to be. So what I've done is put some haymakers up, and I have 2 rows of haymakers. They do a lot of damage, so I kind of have a little bit of security when the bigger minions start coming through. Right now, they aren't really necessary for these little guys. I can handle them on my own. Black Paw is really good at DPSing enemies. And just in case someone does get outside, you know, we have a guardian back there to kind of help out with things. So we're going to try to cover as much floor space as possible. So I'm putting down these ice vents. They're going to pretty much kill the smaller enemies, and they're going to freeze the bigger ones and keep them immobile, and every bit of time helps. So those few seconds that they're frozen on each one really adds up, and you never know, after getting chilled a couple of times, they might just die. That's also helpful. And as you can see in the back, that allows us to have more enemies come through under the haymakers at the same time by keeping them grouped up, which is really important. So these little guys did force us way back outside to our guardian, which means that this place is not really ready to kind of hold down the fort by itself. As you can see, I just took my little ice fence and I took my little haymakers, well, just 1 row of haymakers with me. And I'm putting down a guardian here. For a second I was kind of indecisive. I didn't know if I really wanted to put one down, but we're gonna need one for sure.
Good for revenge.
So we're just gonna put some barricades in the back to make sure that they walk the long way and they don't scatter. So it's important that we have this barricade right here to force them to walk as close to the wall as possible so those grinders can do their job. Those grinders do a lot of damage, honestly. And if we can freeze them while they're at the grinder, that's even better. So basically, we have enemies walking through a line of traps, which is what you always want. We're not only directing the flow, but we are making sure that that pathway is adequately secured. So for these big guys with the shields, what I like to do is get behind them and then attack their backs because they don't have that shield in front of them to protect them, and it makes my life so much easier. I even do that when I'm not on a melee hero. Like I do that all the time with Smolder. So we're just gonna put some more traps here, and seeing as how we want to make it very hard for anything to get through this little tiny corner, we're gonna put some haymakers there. While you're being grinded up in the trap and frozen, that should give the haymaker enough time to come through and do some finishing touches on your very softened up body. I just used my nose at the beginning of this wave when these guys have these shields because I really don't want them breaking through that door, and I kind of wished that I could have handled it by myself without having to come out here and use the traps. But those bears are tough. They are really tough. They are armored up and they did not come to play games. But this is a good opportunity to see how well the traps work when I am not here, because as you saw, we didn't take all of our traps from this side, so we are going to need to make sure that this side is adequately prepared, because we're going to have to go over to the other side and defend that. So I just dropped some dragon lances there for anything that kind of makes it through. Those bears don't move too fast, honestly, so they'll get hit a couple of times with the dragon lance. So that'll be helpful in taking them down, especially if they're just lingering on with a little bit of health. I came back and I put an ice vent here. Honestly, more than one ice vent would have been nice, but you know, I was a little broke girl for a second. And with the speed of this wave, I kind of don't have time to stop and, you know, put another one. So we're just going to have to go with the flow and trust that we can handle this. Yep, I'm trusting in you, Guardian. That was my Moon Guardian, by the way. He's so adorable. I also love his story. So I ran back over to the other side to help my other Guardian. And the fact that he wasn't super surrounded by enemies, and the fact that no enemies made it past him, means that the traps over there are doing their job, and I don't really need to worry about over there. My main job right now is to focus on protecting this area. Now, the reason why I put these ice vents down in a zigzag is because this room is just a bit wider than they are, which is kind of annoying. So I wanted to make sure most areas were covered and to make sure that I got most enemies no matter where they walk on the left or the right. So I just zigzagged the traps. So the haymakers definitely cleared things out. Those archers were kind of annoying, but nothing too terrible. This side is pretty much good. But you can see there's some real drama going on over on this end, and when I came over here I was scared to see all of this. When I saw those red dots, like, the thing is, they don't tell you really how big the enemy is most times unless it's like a star. So when I just see a red dot, I assume it's just a few little enemies. When I came over and saw those two big guys, I almost had a heart attack. This was scary because this guy did not want to die, and I literally had to chase him almost to the rift. And I just, for a second, was very scared, but it all worked out perfectly, and Black Paw got a win. So there you have it, 5 stars. This map doesn't really call for like a whole lot of barricading and things of that nature. You're basically making a kill box in one room and you're running back and forth. It seems like a great distance in between the two rooms, but it's not. It's totally doable no matter what character you have. And the good news is that you don't really have to block a lot of exits or anything like that, so barricades aren't like an expensive trap you need to worry about. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!